got into vintage audio a year ago, but there's a lot of things he still doesn't know, so he started up a channel on YouTube, and here he is now, the Vintage Newbie. Ba, ba, ba. Hey gang, Vernon from the Vintage Newbie here, coming to you with another video. Definitely going to be a fun one. So grab a cup of coffee. And I'm going to talk to you about some speakers. Journey. The speakers that I'm going to be discussing are a pair that I got a couple of weeks ago, but I don't have them anymore because I sold them the other day. But I do have pictures of them, so I'll be talking over some pictures. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, it's not, but it could be. They are RCA 40-5000 speakers. What makes these things so special, so significant? Well, first of all, they are, from what I gathered, let me just go off topic and start rambling for a bit, okay? I found these at a thrift store, at a local place that is one of the only places that you can really find any sort of vintage stereo equipment. I've gotten several speakers from there. I don't think I've gotten any like receivers or tape decks or anything like that there. They did have a MCS modular component system tape deck one time, but then I went back and it was gone. They had a reel-to-reel deck another time that a buddy of mine texted me a picture of, and then it was gone. But speakers, they seem to be pretty good on speakers. It is the place where I got my first pair of Minimus 7 speakers. If you want to hear about that, check out the video that I'm not linking to up there. And I got another set of Minimus 7 speakers there too. But these RCA speakers are very much like the Minimus 7 speakers. Why? Because that's kind of what they evolved into, even though RCA was a brand like way before Radio Shack was even a company. Apparently in the early 2000s or so, the Minimus 7s kind of morphed into these RCA speakers. Though before that, they were the Optimus, maybe the Pro 7s? I don't know, because I don't do my fucking research. But anywho, what are the Minimus 7s, you may or may not be asking? These. Now these are the 40-2030 Bs. There are also A's that I have. I think they might be hooked up to my stereo over there. If not, they're on my little portable STA-19 receiver that's in another room. But then after, so the A's came first, because these things were made from like the late 70s to the early 90s. Then they had the B's. And then after that, which were the ones that I got at that thrift store, they had the C's. See that? See, it has a little C right over there. This one has a B right over there. But the RCAs are slightly different. How? Well, let me show you some photos. Because, yeah, I already sold them. They had them on sale for like, well, they were selling them for like around $15 or something. And I was like, oh, I've already got like several pair of Minimus 7s. I don't need another. And then my daughter and I were back there the next day and they were half off. And I'm like, all right, dude, $7-8, sure. And I thought, because I didn't realize that they were slightly smaller than the Minimus 7s, and I was like, I could get these RCAs because I plugged them in. They sounded good. Everything seemed to be working. And one of my pair of Minimus 7s, the tweeters, do not work. Or a pair of the C's, and the tweeters did not work. And I was like, okay, I'll pull the tweeters from the RCAs and put them in there. And that would be awesome. And then I could even take like the grills from the Minimus 7s and put them on the RCAs because it'll say realistic on it. But as you will see in just a minute, there's a bit of a size difference. Sorry, ladies. So here's a front view, slightly bird's eye view, of the Minimus 7s and the RCA speakers side by side. I don't even know what they called these speakers, because they did not have a name besides RCA. I don't know, mini bookshelf speakers. I could not find anything in my research, just the catalog number, which was 40-5000. But here they are, side by side, and you can see the RCA is slightly smaller. It's a little bit lighter as well, and even the outside material does not feel like the same aluminum as the realistic Minimus 7s. Here's a back shot of them, and as you can see, if you scroll in, or if I scroll in for you, that they are both 8 ohm speakers. However, the maximum wattage handling power of the RCAs is 30 watts, whereas the Minimus 7 is 40 watts. But considering like the average receiver only pushes 1 or 2 watts of sound if you have the volume cranked up at a pretty loud normal rate, I think you're going to be good. Here's a front shot of the RCAs by themselves. Yeah, they're scuffed up a little bit, but nothing a little, what do you call touch-up paint. You could either use a Posca paint pen or get like one of those black touch-up paint pens from the automotive section of your favorite automotive store seller parts supply place, or Walmart, or Amazon. Yeah, they look pretty good. And here's a more straight-on side-by-side shot. You can see the difference in size between the speakers a little bit more realistically here. Realistic, get it? Dirt, dirt, dirt. The width is about the same, but yeah, the height, it's about a centimeter or two difference. And the cool thing is, these tweeters do not fit into the realistic Minimus 7 speakers, so I was not able to use these parts in my realistic Minimus 7 that needed it. Wah wah. But how does they sound? Pretty good. So when I was talking about the Minimus 7s having A, B, and C serial numbers, the A's and B's had a metal tweeter that sounds really, really good. The C's have a plastic tweeter, which, because I picked up a pair of those recently, finally two with ones that do have working tweeters. The C's don't sound as crisp or clear as the A's and B's, but they still sound really good for what they are. And the RCAs kind of sound closer to the C's on the Minimus 7s. So not as clear and detailed as the A's and B's, but about the same. If you have the Minimus 7 C's, then that's how these RCAs will sound. If you find them, definitely pick up a pair. They're really cool. They're small. They sound good. And I mean, for $8, dude, I couldn't pass. No regrets on it. I was running out of space and I was looking to get another tape deck, so I ended up selling them. But sold them for $20. Profit. Thanks for sticking around. And maybe I'll catch you later if you like, share, and subscribe this video channel. Have a blessed day, okay?